Good morning, fellow humans. Today is Monday, September 9th, 2024. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. My name is Edward Bevilacqua. Here we are in southwestern Nevada, Nye County, George Norrie, Art Bell territory. Again, it's September 9th, the day before the most important day in my life, i.e. the day I was born. Still figuring out what tomorrow will be, though I do plan to be in Las Vegas. Perhaps, maybe back up here. I don't know. Haven't quite decided. I have a couple options, a couple different competing ideas on what to do. So good morning, Mr. Bojangles, and good morning, Matticus von Atticus, Untersergeant Ordinaire, self-appointed field marshal, etc. Where is Wadabevi? My birthday is tomorrow, the day before the world changed, September 10th. Pretty cool how they work these things out, these prophecies, right? The last great day, the day before the world changed. 9/11, before that. Okay, so here we is. What is here? Who? Me. Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life to the best possible destination. This is a journey. The journey is not the whole thing. It is the journey on the way to a destination of our choosing. We can choose to go this way or that way. I think it is probably binary. According to Jesus, it's binary. You're either with me or you're against me. You're either one with the Father and I, or you're not. There's not a in and out. You're with us or not. You follow my commandments or not. If you love me, you'll follow my commandments. Boom. What are the commandments? 3, love God, love one another, make disciples of all nations. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty clear, pretty simple, which it had to be a simple message to illiterate people, not dumb people, just people who didn't have a need to read, or they didn't read that much. Besides, there wasn't that much to read. People couldn't afford to have scrolls. All righty, though, Alexander, Aristotle, those people came before 300 years earlier. So it's not like these were dum-dums. Okay, so our podcast, our career services, is for people who are not saved and not successful, and or not successful. All are welcome, but it is not designed. We're not here to sing to the choir. We're not preaching to the choir. This isn't sit around singing Kumbaya. This is for people who do not believe they are saved and people who are not successful. However, once again, all are welcome. As Jesus said, we did not come for the righteous, we came for the sinners. We didn't come for the saved and the successful, we came for everyone else. We are not out trying to bring back the 100th sheep into the flock. We're going for the 500 sheep who haven't had the benefit of having a shepherd make their life better and lead them into a better life where they don't have to worry about the wolves out there. Wolves, Roxanne, wolves. Okay, so Mr. Bojangles, tell us about the Popo situation. Okay, tell us about that. So, all right, but what is our meme for today? Our meme ideas spread horizontally. Right. That's from Seth Godin. We'll talk more about that later. First, advice from an 80-year-old. Be brave. Even if you're not, pretend to be. No one can tell the difference. Maybe somebody can send a text to Wada Bevy. See where she at. Let's see. Burner me. Boom. Okay, got it. Okay, I got the message there. Mr. Bojangles regarding our guy. Regarding Rafiq. Okay. So what else we got in our hit parade? Yes, we have a good one. Dr. Livinggood talking about inflammation, anti-inflammatory foods and things you can do to relieve stiffness. That would be a good, important thing to do. Let's see, Jordan Peterson is good today. Daily Stoic is good today. Let's quickly look at Seth Godin because that is a segue to today's meme. All right. He asked about the interpretation position he once had. I said, that's true. They leave. Okay. Interpretation position. Okay. I guess we'll have to talk about that later. I think we need to have a piece of paper printed and in his briefcase, copies of it that he can show to the police. It says who he is, that he was in a car bomb, he's had some damage. And that here's where he's staying. He wanders around and gets lost, but he's harmless. And if they would just call the number, and we will come and get him. Okay? All righty then. Well, you know, it's tough when you were somebody, you have brain damage, and deep down you know you're still somebody, and everybody else is a moron. But let's get to Seth Godin now, celebrating the 1,000 with the special package. Ideas travel horizontally, not from the creator to the audience, not like that, as much as from one person to the next. It's easy to misunderstand the insights of Kevin Kelly's 1,000 True Fans. Decades ago, he argued that the long tail is fueled by circles of people who lean in and support a creator's work. 1,000 people who show up when there's something important going on. 1,000 fans who care enough to enable the individual to create something worthwhile. That matters. That's not what makes it so powerful. Okay, so what is Phil trying to do? He's trying to do that. He gets 50 people in hopes that each of those 50 people will talk to some number of people. So 50 people bring 2 people. That's 50 plus 2 times 50, right? That's 50 plus 100, 150. If those 100 people each bring 2 people, that's 100 times 2, that's 200 plus 100 plus 50. So now we're at 350, right? And so on and so forth. Those 200 each find 2 people, and now you have something to get to 1,000. However, ideas that spread win. Okay, so what's the challenge? He's starting to not say things that are new. He's just starting to say what everyone else is saying on Wednesday nights. That's what's new, what is worth spreading. So I talked to a number of people that have gone once or twice. And it's, yeah, cool. It's really cool, but it's not worth giving up my Thursday night. Also. Where'd we go? Where are we at, people? Where are we at? Okay. Ideas spread horizontally. So think in terms of, in Seth Godin's talk on Tribes We Lead, mass marketing is you have somebody at the top spreading stuff out to the masses, right? That's why it's mass marketing. This is an idea, and this is something we should all work on, where you tell someone and that person tells a number of people. And those number of people, some of the people who are told tell other people, they experience it themselves. So if it was a restaurant, you get a bunch of people to go to your restaurant and you want them to tell other people to go to your restaurant. It's called what? What is that called? Word of mouth, right? It's called word of mouth advertising. Word of mouth advertising is the most powerful form of advertising, because if you believe the people, if you believe in the people, you will believe the people. So if you believe in a guy and he says you need to do this, if you believe in him, guess what? You're going to believe him when he says you need to do this, and you're going to do it. That's why Seth Godin is so important to us, and that's why I ordered his, one of the first 1,000 people, or trying to be one of the first 1,000 people to order this special package idea and see what we can learn from it. All right, well, today is Monday. We have our dinner discussion on Christianity. I think a good thing would be just do family style. Bo's done a very good job of feeding the last 3 weeks. I think we go to family style, just have a bowl of spaghetti, a bowl of salad, maybe some bread, maybe some vino. Nope, forget the vino. Some bread. And we have hopefully a lively discussion of why is Christianity falling and what can we do about it, if anything. That's the key question. We don't want this to go the way of Egyptian or Zoroastrian. Some of the world's great religions of the past have disappeared. Christianity is heading that way. Scotch and peace, yes. Shivas and shalom. Okay, so we got that. Tomorrow, meeting with planning and the DA about the cease and desist orders that are posted. Finally, we will find out what it is we need to do that's different than what everybody else gets to do. So hopefully I can get some pastors, Pastor Frank, Pastor Tony, maybe some other pastors to go, well-respected pastors to go to this thing at 10 o'clock tomorrow at the planning department and see what is their beef. Why do we get such special treatment? Why, if it wasn't for they're trying to tar and feather us and ride us out of town on a rail. And we say what Lincoln said, well, if it wasn't for the honor of the thing, I'd prefer to walk. So yeah, maybe we can get some other key people to go to sit in this room and understand what it is we need to do. What are the limits of what we can do? Treated as others are treated, selective persecution or prosecution. Oops, we're not being persecuted, we're being prosecuted. They're applying the law differently to us than they do everyone else. You apply for a business license and instead they give you a cease and desist. This aggression must stop. This aggression will not stand. I guess that was the big Lubowski phrase. This aggression will not stand. Quoting President George Bush, Herbert Walker Bush. Okay, so let us move on. Big day, a lot of things happening. Got to get things done at Pratt. See if we need to get Carol into town, need to get Shirley, have discussion with the other people. I have to finish the wraparound flyer, some other things on it. And so let's start making things happen. I'll call after 8. Bo will figure out the plan for today. With that, we'll say hasta la vista.